Hey guys, it feels weird turning on my camera and filming a video because it's been a week now and a lot can happen in a week. I wasn't even sure if I would put any of this on YouTube because obviously it's quite personal, but I know that through my journey so far I've been able to help a lot of others, and if I can help at least a few people from this, then it makes it all worth it to me. And not only that, I want to track my progress and track my story, and I want to be able to look back and understand what's happening. For those of you that don't know, I currently have an anxiety disorder, and I have had it since I was a child, but it has come in full force over the past few months and it has taken away my quality of life. It's just tough, and I'm not going to get emotional through this because this is just the facts, this is just what it is, it's a fact of life, but it's really scary and I don't know what the future holds for me at any point, and I'm going to talk about it. I need my glasses, I can't see. These are going to be super reflective. You should already know by now what generalized anxiety disorder is, but basically it is the fear of being anxious, and so, you know, I would distinguish it differently. So if you saw a spider and you had a fear of spiders, you might get anxious. Well, having a generalized anxiety disorder is getting anxious at the thought of getting anxious, and it can be a problem for so many people and in different severities. And unfortunately for me, mine's just gotten to a pretty severe case. And it could be more than generalized anxiety disorder at this point. I don't know. I did suffer from depression as a child. I have had various bouts of eating disorders, which I believe actually stem from my anxiety issues. But a lot of it is being drawn up, and I'm assessing things from my childhood and from the past few years and wondering what went wrong, if I could have stopped anything, and I don't think at this point that I could have done that, but I'm not entirely sure. And now I need to learn how to take the steps back at regaining my life, and there are dark moments when I believe that this is it now, this is the end for me, this is as good as it gets, and that's very obviously upsetting. But like I said, I'm just gonna sort of word vomit and give this a starting point, and my YouTube channel will probably transform. It's no longer Amy Louise Fit, I've just put it as Amy Thompson, my name, because I'm on my own journey now, and I can't even go to the gym. I spend all day mostly at home. I'm too tired to do pretty much anything. Everything exhausts me at the moment, and so it's really tough when you have put a label on yourself. Like, I was Amy Louise Fit and I was the girl that I was so active, and everyone knows me for always walking around in my gym gear and being at the gym and being strong and lifting weights, and now I feel as though I have a lack of identity because that was who I was for so long, and now I am having to reassess who I actually am and what I want, and if what I want in life is feasible for me. Basically, from the second I wake up to the second I go to bed, I am in fear. I have a lot of health anxiety, and so the fact that I am tired, the fact that I'm lethargic and run down really, really makes me feel afraid. I get afraid to leave the house because in my head, I don't want something bad to happen, and at any point something bad can happen, and logical me knows that that is no way to live your life. You know, you can't live like thinking what if, or what if something bad happens, because then no one would ever achieve anything. But these are just how my brain is wiring at the moment, and I'm learning how to deal with that. And about a month ago I was put on the medication that I was on previously, but it has not worked for me this time. It helps me sleep, which is good because I don't need sleep deprivation on top of all of this, but there's something not quite right. I was doing okay up until about a week ago. I was starting to go to the gym again. I was at uni. I felt horribly uncomfortable the whole time I was there, but I was out and I was speaking to people and things were going okay. I started to drive again, and then things just started to go downhill, and I have absolutely no idea why. I was waking up in the morning and just thinking, this is no way to live. And I'm not suicidal, and I have not been suicidal. I would never want to cause harm or pain on myself or others for that matter, but it got to the point where it's like, if this is what my life is going to be like, I don't want to be here. And I'm trying to change that around now, and I'm making sure every day I do enjoyable activities, and it's to the point where I can't really study. Like, I can't do much right now, but what I can do is just make sure I'm enjoying my time. And so I watch a lot of YouTube videos, I make myself nice foods to eat, I have baths, I listen to music, I do a lot of things that make me forget for little times. Like, even now my heart's beating really quickly and it's giving me a bit of anxiety, but we're all good. Last Friday it probably got at its worst, and I just couldn't take it anymore. And I just remember waking up that day and I didn't want to get out of bed, and I just sat on the floor for about an hour, and I just thought, take this away. And I ended up going to the hospital. I went to the emergency department and they assessed me, they took my blood pressure and all that fun stuff, and they said that I would probably get no benefit from going inpatient, which I understand because they're not very nice places to be, let's be honest. And so they gave me Valium and sent me on my way. And look, like, the Valium helps, but it's not, and people have said to me I can use it when I need to, but I don't want that to become a thing in itself. And not only that, I found that it only works for a few hours. It like properly chills you out and you're just like kind of mellow for a while. But then the next day and the day after that, I feel so wiped that it's just kind of not worth it for me. I'm hoping that I can get on some new medication in the coming weeks that does something. I would love to just wake up one morning and for this magically to have gone away, but I know that that's not going to happen, and I have a long road ahead of me. I would appreciate all of your support during this time. It's very isolating, it's very lonely, and I think that that's why I am gonna try to continue to take YouTube videos, because it means I get to talk about my experiences in a non-judgmental way. And I know that I have supporters that are here for me, and I know I have people that care. It's just really tough and scary. Above all else, it's really scary. And I have a psychiatrist appointment next week, and I'm hoping that she can tell me things that I need to hear and give me some sort of hope. And then I've got another psychiatrist assessment in a month's time. I just want to know what's going on with myself, with my mind, with my body, why my body keeps doing weird things that I seem to not be able to control. Anyway, this is sad. I don't even know if I will upload this, but I just wanted to vent and I wanted to speak. I want you all to know that if you're going through any sort of mental illness at the moment, as big or as small, you're not alone, and there is hope. Because even in my darkest moments when I'm laying there and I think there's nothing left, I know that there's still hope. There's still hope in my heart, there's still strength in my heart, and I'm not ready to give up yet. I'm not ready to give up this fight, and I'm not ready to go. And so I want to work tirelessly every day just to be me again, to be Amy again, the crazy girl that you're used to seeing behind the camera. And I'm gonna end that here because I have been emotional enough and my heart is racing and it's making me all sorts of nervous, and so I'm gonna turn my camera off, but I will be updating sporadically. If there's anything you want me to speak about or talk about or that fun stuff, just let me know and I can do that for you. But yeah, just take care of yourself, guys, and don't neglect your mental health. Do things you enjoy and don't push yourself until you reach a limit and you can't come back. Do that one thing for me, please. Go do something for self-care, whatever that is, please.